Today, we're very excited to be outside. We got siding and windows going today. Welcome to another episode of the Star Showcase Home. We're excited. We've got siding going here today, and I'm particularly excited to introduce you to Chris Hagan from Hagan Construction. How are you doing there?
I'm doing good. Thanks for the invite out here to help you guys out with the Wichita Children's Home. It's been a good pleasure and it's a good cause. Looking forward to doing some windows and siding today.
Talk to us a little bit. How do you approach a siding job? What all do you have to deal with on a job like this, and how's it going so far?
It's going pretty good so far. Mostly what we have to do is assess what happens after we tear off, and then we know what we're getting into. A lot of these houses aren't Tyvek or house wrapped, so it causes problems where there's a lot of water damage we have to deal with.
I noticed on this house, it's got new Tyvek on it. What does the Tyvek do? Why do you have to have Tyvek?
Basically, the Tyvek is the best water barrier. The siding is just kind of an overlay, and the Tyvek actually is what keeps most of the water out. So anything that gets behind, because caulking fails on siding, and anything gets behind hits the Tyvek and still won't get inside to your house, so it saves the inside from termites or rotting or mold.
What kind of siding are we putting on today?
We're putting on a Hardy. It's a concrete board that's pre-painted, so it'll last 30 years without having to paint it.
So this house here, this house was built in the early 30s, and we found along the way we've had a lot of unique features of this that have presented some challenges. What kind of challenges have you had on this job?
So basically what we have on this one is it's a lath and plaster. So the difference in a normal house now, you have sheetrock and all the jamming is exactly the same depth. On a lath and plaster, it's different thicknesses. So getting a window to fit in without having difficulty trimming it is a little bit tricky. And pulling out old windows, they're handmade on site, most of these old ones. And so they're thicker and they aren't made the same as today's. So we have to fur in windows to get them to fit properly to the existing size.
How common is it to replace the windows and the siding at the same time?
It's best to replace windows and siding at the same time to where we can allow the Tyvek to wrap into the window, and then we can set the window, tape up with flashing all the seams, and then install our siding.
How much better are the windows that you see going into this from an installation standpoint?
From old windows to new windows, they're all single pane. So now you're getting double pane, argon filled, low E, so the efficiency of them is just completely different. So their energy bills and everything else will be a lot less.
What drew you to this project and agreeing to have your team come out here and help?
So what drew me to the project was my wife actually internshiped there, and I heard all about what they do and how they do stuff, and it just really impressed me and makes me want to help kids out too. And I figure what better cause than do what we're good at and help build something for them.
That is awesome. There's so many people in Wichita not only touched by the services they provide, but just being involved in it. It's amazing, which as many years as they've been serving us, it shouldn't be surprising, but they are such a wonderful, wonderful place, and that is so cool that your wife has a tie to it. I'd like to thank you very much for being a part of this. It's exciting that everything starts coming together when the whole outside gets done, and it's really starting to look great, and your crew's doing a great job. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I appreciate it very much. We're so glad to help, and it's been nice working with a bunch of great contractors that are helping us out also. So appreciate it.
two-story house like this can be a challenge. I'd like to thank Trinity Sales for providing the lift to make it easier and faster and safer for our subcontractors. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in, and you know, if you want to drive by, this is outside. You can see the progress, and check back to starlumber.com or our social media to see how things are progressing. Thank you for tuning in.
Let Star guide you through the entire project.